What's up, guys? This shit better not give me fucking airport. You guys saw that. That did hit the stream, right? I hope that hit the stream. That is some bullshit. Oh my gosh. Like, seriously. What kind of shit is that, right? That better have been recording for that garbage. Yeah, it was. Good. I'm glad you guys saw that bullshit. You saw that, right? 15 airport from the legendary chest. Are you serious right now? Are you serious? Thanks a lot, SimCity. And that shit does not just happen one time. You know what I mean? Like once in a blue moon. That shit happens all the time. They've been getting stingier and stingier. Like, hey, this bitch doesn't like airport homes. Let's give her a bunch of airport. I mean, it's better than mountain, I guess. Because it's worth more coin. But still, I mean. Oh my god. Fucking stupid game. You saw that, right? I don't think you were here yet, but you can rewind later and see what they gave me in the legendary chest. It was 15 airport. Fucking garbage. What'd you guys get? Anything decent? You know, honestly, I'm glad that I don't bust my ass for that chest anymore. And that's kind of like what the video's going to be about today is priorities. Okay? Because I was scrolling on Facebook in the midst of my 24-hour ban, not being able to say anything. I decided that now would be a good time to go scrolling through some stupid groups on the Facebook, right? And I'm looking and I'm like, okay, here's a couple SimCity groups that I've never seen before, and they don't really have very many members. They've got like 500 people. And so I hit the join button. I didn't even answer the questions. I was so irritated by the questions, honestly. I'm like, fuck it. They're either going to accept me or they're not. I don't care. And so a couple of them accepted me. And I go in there, and one of them, man, they got more rules than I've ever seen anybody have on a Facebook group. And I'm just like, what the hell? They don't let you post links. They don't let you be a hacker and post any kind of shit like, you know, look at my city, da-da-da-da-da. They don't let you post much of anything. All they want you to post is your group code if you're looking for somebody, and pictures if you've, you know, made changes to your city. That's it. If they find out that you posted like a link in the comments, they boot your ass right out. Which is it's their rules, you know, whatever. It's on them. But I see why they've only got 720 people and they've been open for years, you know. But anyway, so I'm scrolling through and I'm just kind of looking to see what's the biggest issue that a lot of people are having right now. And I started realizing that, once again, the biggest issue that people are having in a roundabout way somehow leads back to what I talk about on my channel all the time, right? And I've never really worded it like this, but it's going to be priorities, right? So if you've got all these people posting, hey, I need help, I never seem to have enough coin for services. A lot of people think, they see a post like that and they think, okay, just tell this person how to get more coin. I don't think that way. I think this person needs a whole new renovation on what this game is about. Because really, services shouldn't even be a priority, really. If you're making services such a priority that they're running you broke continuously, then you're doing something wrong, right? And so that brings me to say, you don't know what you're doing when it comes to coin. You don't know what you're doing when it comes to your population. You don't know what you're doing when it comes to your services. And it all has this chain reaction. You see what I'm saying? So for me to just jump in her comments and be like, hey, make more coin. You know what I mean? That really doesn't solve any problem that she's going to have now or in the future. And so I started to really think on it, and I'm like, you know, a lot of people really need to figure out what their priorities are. They really do. They need to figure out what it is that they want from their city. And if it's, you know, something that everybody wants, and that is to be most efficient with a beautiful city, that's what the majority of people want, then follow the Missy's Building Guide. But if you're somebody who wants to focus on high pop, then there's a time and a place to do it. If you are in this habit of open your game, make whatever, sell whatever, buy whatever, do whatever, what do you think is going to happen to your game? It's in complete chaos, okay? And it shows. It really shows. If you look at somebody's map, time played, you can tell what their knowledge is on the game just by looking at their map and time played, okay? If I go to somebody's map and I see all kinds of different services, for example, on their map, what does that tell me? That tells me they don't know what they're doing because they're buying whatever they can afford at the time to make the people happy. That's what they're doing. And that is the worst thing that you can do. So first things first, happiness. What does it do and why are people so worried about it? Happiness is important, sort of. Okay? It has its place, but don't let it consume you. People get way too focused on the happiness, like, oh my God, my happiness dropped 2%. Oh my God, my taxes are just going to go right down the shitter. No, that's not how it works. Okay? If you go to your taxes here, you can see the bar. You look at your happiness and you can see the bar and it starts to drop down. Okay? And you can see the percentage that it goes down on your happiness. Now, even with a 14% boost, that's only 6% that I'm losing. And do you know how long my happiness has been at 97%? Weeks. It took weeks for it to drop down that low. At least for me. Okay? Now, I could get that bar back up. I just haven't given a shit. I really don't care. Because the taxes in this game are such a minuscule amount, I could live without them completely. I could completely... You could tell me that I could just get rid of my taxes right now, and I honestly wouldn't care. It does nothing for me. Because look at that. 14,000. That's nothing. If you're depending on that 14,000, you're doing something very wrong. Now, early players, beginner players, like maybe the first 17 levels or so, you're going to depend on your taxes. That's a fact, okay? That is why the game made it to where when they calculate taxes, they do so by city level, city happiness, city population. They didn't want higher level players to be the only ones collecting high amounts of taxes. So really, the bar doesn't go up very much based off population, solely on population, because that's where I'm at with it. I could bring my bar up to 100% happiness, and I could show you, and I've done it in my previous videos, and I could show you the 20% increase and then bring my pop up. I'm already max level. It really isn't that great, okay? It's not like the other city builder games where taxes are the main focus. That is not what this game is about. And it honestly baffles me that so many people lack the ability to see what's directly in front of their face. It's starting to irritate me a little bit. I'm not going to lie, it is. It's starting to irritate me. I make hundreds of videos, and I always have that one person that asks me the most obvious question after. You know, they're like, I just watched your whole video about how every house should be red. Can I paint my house blue? And I'm just like, where's my gun? You know what I mean? Like, where is my gun? Because you are useless. Like, oh my God. If ever that tested your patience with humanity, I'm going to tell you right now, it's running a YouTube channel. It really is. Because I do spend all day answering the same questions, which I don't care. I don't care if you have a question. What I care about is when you tell me you've watched 270 hours worth of my stuff and you don't know shit about anything I've ever said. You know what I mean? That'd be like saying, oh my God, I watched you for 270 hours and I didn't know you were a bitch. Like, come on. Really? You're killing me here. You're killing me here. I'm serious. It's gotten to the point where it's gotten ridiculous. And part of why people struggle so much in the game is because of that. Whatever that is, the lack of common sense or the lack of give a damn or incentive or whatever you want to call it, it's that really holds you guys back. Now, not everybody has that. I'm going to tell you right now, you can make every mistake in this game and not be an idiot. There's a lot of you guys out there that are not idiots. You know what I mean? Like, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that when you spend all day really... Hang on, let me get my money for my coffee out here. If I was to spend all day teaching you about one thing, and then you run off and you don't know anything about what I said, there's either two reasons for it. You weren't listening, or you're not capable of comprehending. One of the two, right? So it is what it is. But what's frustrating for me is just, you guys, I know my videos are long, but the people that do manage to, get over that and look into them, they're really worth listening to. If they're worth listening to and getting to the end, because I give out a lot of information that you're not going to get anywhere else. That's my point. So if I've heard people say, well, maybe they just skip ahead, then that's their fucking problem. Okay? That's their problem. You don't have to be here. This isn't like school, This is like college. You want to be here or you don't want to be here. That's just how it is. You either want to learn or you don't want to learn. Now, that being said, priorities. When you click on your stuff here, okay? If you look at the amount you get per the amount you spend, and you start dividing it and going through everything, and I've already done the math on all this, the basic sewage is your best option unless you're talking Omega. Okay, I actually had somebody point that out to me like I didn't know. It was hilarious, by the way. Yeah. So, most of you guys following the Missy's Building Guide have not unlocked Omega yet. Okay? You don't unlock it till you're level 30. So, when I had this question, and every single person watching me is pretty much following the Missy's Building Guide, I answered it as such. This was in my group. It wasn't on a stream. And then this person is like, no, actually Omega's the best. Well, yes and no. Yes and no. It really does depend still, honestly. Omega is the best when it comes to certain things. First off, it has no pollution square. That is a huge benefit, okay? The Omega resources, they go for regular residents, okay? The services, they don't have designated residents. So even if you have Omega services, they just cover whatever amount of people you have. They don't just cover Omega people, is what I'm saying. And a lot of people don't understand that. They don't know that, so they don't even bother buying it. Now, when you hit level 30, you're definitely going to want to save for the first and second round of Omega services, because it's going to condense all this stuff up, okay? Now, this is a $60,000 price tag on this sucker. This fucking sucks, okay? It doesn't start off that way. It starts off at 10. Then you buy one, and then it goes to 20, then 30, then 40, and so forth. It doesn't matter what map you purchase it on. If I purchase this on my capital for $60,000, and I go to my regional, it's going to be $70,000 on my regional. It does not stop the price tag. That's what sucks about Omega. So, when people say Omega is better than the others, it really depends, okay? There is stuff you got to weigh out here. The next thing you have to consider is getting the Omega money. If you're not somebody that's building Omega homes and actually building up your bank here, and let me tell you, this isn't cheap to do, okay? If I want to increase the capacity, look at this. 8888. Yeah. Okay. Now, it's $7,000 for one canister. I have to open said canister. Then I have to pay another stupid $7,000 to open another canister. Now, my city's set up to produce only small canisters. Even if it wasn't, that would mean that I would have X amount of Omega homes on my capital. Even if it wasn't, okay? The most I would get for my $7,000 would be 3 Omega items in one canister. That shit adds up. It's going to add up to be more than anything you're going to spend right here. But we're talking design. We're talking, do you want to have an entire left side of your map designated to services, or would you like to be able to just do this and hide a couple back here? The first two aren't bad, but they do get expensive. I'm not going to lie, they do. Now, me, I go with Omega every time. But that's because I care way too much about design to have all that shit on my map. And let me tell you, if you go to your maps and you start to realize, if you pay a little more, just pay a little bit more attention, click on your houses. Okay? Anytime you build a residence, you're going to see this. It's going to say high. Service demand is high for sunny homes. It's medium for Latin homes. It's low for regular homes, meaning low for epics. So epics are all around. Again, I'm a very big advocate for epic projects. They're just all around the best thing in the game. I'm not going to lie. They are the only thing in the game that constantly give back to you. They are more important than taxes. Now, why is that? Because if you play intelligently and you really analyze your options here, if you sit down and you break the difficulty of the epic project, you say, okay, what makes an epic project difficult? Items, pointers, cost. That's it, right? Manage your items, get your epic pointers, bada boom, you got that epic done in 20 minutes or less. Okay? Now, there's cost. You're going to give about 140 grand in items as a level 24 player with all 3 pointers. But that building is now going to regenerate a token forever. Forever. It's not going to just help you with coin. It's going to help you with your contest to mayors assignments. Right? Because now it's speeding those up. Which is in turn helping you earn cash, plat keys, other things in the game. This is my point here. Maybe you have other things you want to focus on and you need items done quickly. Throw a token on it. Now, if you're somebody who doesn't use tokens very much, again, what in the hell could you possibly be doing in this game where you wouldn't need to use tokens very much? That's what I want to know. Because anything in the game that you could tell me that you're into, I can bring it back to epics. If you're a war player, epics. Why? Why do you need epics for war? Because you need coin. It all comes back around to coin. And you get more coin, the quicker you can speed up your production. It's really quite simple. When you really break it down, it's really simple. Now, you have this service demand, this high service demand, right? Now, if you look at the fact that at one point I had 2.5 million people on this map, okay? I needed to designate an entire island of shit just to have stuff over here. Now, I've condensed it and done other things and whatever. But the point is I don't care much about, these maps at the time. I was just boosting them up on pop. That's why I didn't care. I'm not going to go through and make them all badass and get the most badass stuff when I had planned to bulldoze most of that stuff once I hit the certain amount of pop I needed. Now, that is why, another reason why I want people to make sure that they know that pop is important if you want to unlock that last regional map. Okay? You got 5 regionals. When you have the 4th map, it's going to ask for 10 million pop between all of them to unlock the 5th one. If you do your designing before you plan, you're going to end up unable to unlock that last map. There isn't a limit, but, well, yes and no. Okay, so if you go... Yeah, it was a joke. So, see how it doesn't let me collect it? That's my silver one. It says, nope, can't do it. If you click on your token tower here, I have 39 silver tokens. I have to have that below 35 before it will allow me to collect. So how did I end up with 39? Because of war. I collected the war thing, and it gave me 3. So, you go over your amount by, maybe daily chests, war, whatever. Anything in the game that gives you rewards allows you to exceed the 35. That's why I tell people, do not collect your pass rewards until the end, or until you're actually going to use them. So, for example, a lot of times they'll give you like 7 gold ones somewhere in this pass. I usually let mine sit till the very end of the pass, and that's because I can not collect on them, so I can continue to collect on all my others. Now, my favorite region, everybody always asks me that. It's hard because the first 3 that came out were Cactus, Frosty, and Green. Wait, no. It was Green, Limestone, and Cactus, I believe. I can't remember. Anyway, so the last one I picked was Limestone. That was my least favorite. But then, when Regional first came out, they didn't have all the bells and whistles they have now. They didn't even have the regional shipments and all that. So when you pick your regional map, I recommend you look at everything. So for me, the best map layout is Sunny, by far. It has a lot of beach area. It's really bright. It's got multiple maps. It just looks really cool. I really like the Sunny map. This is what we did yesterday on here. But I also really like the Cactus map because it's so different, but I kind of wish they would have given us the mountainside. I like the Frosty map for the fact that it has that snowy feature, but the fucking shape of it is just terrible. I don't know what the hell they were thinking with that shape. They should have at least let the services conform to the shape of the layout, because you have to buy so many services, it just ruins it, you know? You don't have space for much homes. So I would say that this one's probably my favorite. But when it comes to trees, and that's another thing, I'm a big fan of the designing in the trees and stuff. So these ones you get, obviously, at the beginning, right? This one is from Limestone. I do like the palm trees, but they're definitely not my favorite. These are probably the best trees in the game, in my opinion, because they kind of popcorn over the water, and they just look really nice. So, I mean, it also depends on what trees you like, what hot spots you like. You know, if you look at the end of your guys' tabs here, you'll notice some of them say regional unlock is Cactus Canyon. Okay, this one you need Sunny, and so forth. These are the regional hotspots. You place these down. They have a little up arrow on them. You can pay regional coins to upgrade them if you hit the little eye here. If it lets you click it. Oh my god. Okay. See, my next upgrade is going to bring me up to a 4-pointer with a 60% pop boost. And then it's going to increase the area that it covers it. So they don't expire if you don't collect them, but you are missing out on stuff. So let me explain. They are on a timer. Okay? Tokens are on a timer. And one thing that has always really irritated me with this game is that they don't show you the timer. So let's say that you wake up at 8 in the morning and you collect your tokens. Okay? So 8 in the morning comes, the next morning your tokens are going to be ready. They're on a 24-hour timer. But let's say that you don't collect them at 8 a.m. You collect them at noon. Now your new 24-hour time is noon. So you missed 4 hours worth of your token. Your next token. You see what I'm saying? So let's say that you ignore your tokens for a week. You're not going to come back to a week's worth of tokens. You're just going to get the one. And whatever time you collect it, it's going to start that 24-hour timer. That's what makes it super annoying. Because you have a cap, what ends up happening is when you're somebody with a lot of epics, you go through, you collect, and then it's like, boom, you're full. And then usually people stop because they don't want to waste their tokens by running them, right? Because they don't have time. Maybe they're busy. So instead, they waste their tokens by leaving them. You see what I'm saying? It kind of is an oxymoron in a sense. I'd rather waste it here and get nothing than over here and get something. It really is quite stupid, really. In fact, you would be better off wasting them, running them on 11 items than you would just letting them sit. Because you're missing out on the token regardless, right? If it sits there uncollected, you're missing out on your token. And a lot of people, they don't just miss out for an hour. They forget to collect shit for days, sometimes multiple days. They would rather just let it sit there for multiple days than spend one token and collect 11 pieces, 12 pieces, whatever token it is they're collecting. So usually I try to not let them sit. My problem is that my regionals, I have a couple epics on each one of my regionals, and I always forget to go over there and get them. I don't know why. I just never, most of the time I never go over there. I haven't been doing a lot of work over there, so I haven't cared to go over there. This is my lovely prize from the legendary chest here. Airport! Yay! Total garbage. So anybody on my friends list that would like this garbage, you can have it. If you would like it, you can have it. I don't need this crap. I don't build those anymore, ever. They're just useless. If you don't like the look of airport and you're not buying anything in the menu, don't bother. I need to get rid of some of these ammo crates, I know that. Okay, and these stupid horse. What the hell? How did I end up with so many of these? I'm going to be saving for an epic project here. We're going to be doing a timed epic, so I got to clear out a lot of this war stuff, and I got to get a bunch more regionals. I can't really do much of anything. Hold on, I see Shang here bitching about something. What the fuck? Yeah, okay. Let's talk about Shang. First off, he gave me one dozer exhaust and one VU battery, okay? Then he comes into the group, mind you, and I have witnesses, and he is sitting there with his annoying self, and he's changed his name 1, 2, 3, 4, like 10 times, okay, after he was asked to stop, and he's changing it to people I hate. So yes, I booted him. And then after being booted, he came back and did it again. So I closed the door. Yes, I did that. Acts like he gave me fucking the world. What the fuck? You should know me better than that. Give Missy VU, be annoying, don't get booted? No, doesn't work that way. Anybody here who doesn't know me better than that after watching even one of my videos, I'm sorry, but you got no comprehension. Okay. Where the hell did 200 grand go? Ha! You're funny. Gift you my city. You can copy it if you'd like. Of course, no, you couldn't actually. I just realized that. That sucks. I totally get what you're saying, though. You know, you should be able to... You think it wouldn't be hard to, like, dupe somebody's save data or something? Kind of like back in the day. If you could, like, get a hold of where the save data is placed, right? And then just dupe it. They probably got it on some stupid server shit, block, who knows. There's got to be a way, dude. There's always a way. If you get somebody smart enough with the computers, there's always a way. Yeah, you know, I'm working on that walkthrough city. Still trying to get it up to level 24. Make sure we got epic projects on it before I decide to do anything with it. Dude, I don't hack anything. I don't know. I haven't messed with all that. The most I've messed with it, the whole hacking thing, is the Game Guardian for the items, and I know how people do it with the Contest of Mayors assignments, or used to, but that was 2 years ago. I've never actually done it. I never had an interest in hacking my city, so I just never cared to. Never cared to learn about it because I didn't, have an interest in it. I know if Lo doesn't know, then I don't know who does. You know what I'm saying? Ask him. If you haven't annoyed him entirely. Okay, so. Let's see. What are these people? You're not getting new roads. Go to hell. Bastards. Ha ha! Look at this. Oh, that's not too bad. Oh yeah, it's first upgrade. That's why. Okay, so in this case, if I wanted to, I could bulldoze this road. Make sure it's on bulldoze. I've been doing that a lot lately. And then because there's so many homes and they have nowhere to shift to, that's the best way to deal with it in this aspect. But I see a lot of people, what they do when they have like something super tiny like this, they bulldoze and repave and it shifts all their buildings. You don't have to do that. You can just pick something up, move it, lower the population within that area, and it'll go away. Eventually, I'll set it up to have the 3 red roads so that I don't ever have to upgrade. But for now, it's just going to have to do because I'm not in the mood to set that up right this minute. Mainly because I don't know what I'm doing for design. Okay. So, you guys, let's see. Yesterday we were doing the Sunny map. Wait, why do I hate Glenn? Is that a serious question, or are you actually asking me that? Let me tell you a little story about Glenn. Okay? Glenn was only in the group to compete with Yoda on his storage. And when Yoda left, when he just quit playing the game, Glenn made it his mission to still compete with him. That's all he cared about. Me and CPT told him and everybody else that you have to have a certain level of participation in the group. Everybody does. He's not exempt from the rules. And we watched him for a month. And in 1 month's time, he spoke exactly 32 times, and it was only to ask for rare items. That's it. Every day he would come on, and he would only ask for rares. He never posted for anybody. He never did anything for anybody. That's all he wanted. And then what the straw that broke the camel's back was when, I can't remember who it was, but they were trading rares. And they had went AFK because they had kids. And they said that they might go AFK. And the person's like, okay, that's cool. Come back and I'll have them for you. And it was a pretty big trade. It was like 30 some odd dozer for 30 storage. The moment that she went AFK, Glenn swoops in and is like, well, I'll take them since she's not here. Just give them to me. And tried to talk him out. And he's like, dude, I already made a deal with her. That's rude. And I'm like, really, dude? If that's your only mission here is to benefit yourself, and it's just for rares, you can get the fuck out. You know what I mean? And I had to talk to him about it, and I said, look, and I sent him the screenshots on Facebook. I said, this is the only time you've spoken in the last month. And CPT had a collection of them too. And I'm like, this, because he's on, the 12 hours that I'm not on, or the 8 hours or whatever. And he's like, oh, okay, I'll try to be more active. So all that meant was ask for rares more often. And finally, I just had enough and booted him. Well, you weren't in there at that time. This was after you left. Anyway, so we left off here. Somebody in my group, I had them look at this, and she had mentioned that the road over here just looked a little weird, which she was correct. So I went through and I fixed that. I put a bridge over here because, yeah, that road did look tacky. Now, on this side, I can't add a bridge because there's actually only one space between here and the road. The only way I'd be able to do that is if I move the castle back, which would mean moving the entire road back, which I'm not going to do, just to put a bridge there. So that's going to stay the way that it is, and you really can't even tell. Now, right now, I do like what we did here. I don't know if I like this. Only because I think I could find a better place for this somewhere else. I just don't know what I want to put here yet. It really doesn't match much of anything. It's just like this big ass Christmas store right in the center of this I don't know, sunny, castle-y place with all these weird little fair things. So, I think I'm probably going to take this out and put it somewhere else. I just don't know what to put here yet. Let's see. I kind of wanted to do a holiday display on the Frosty map, but the problem is it's so damn skinny. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It's going to be kind of a pain in the ass. And just so that everybody knows, if you want help designing, all you have to do is friend request me on Facebook, send me a message, tell me who you are, because I do not just accept anybody on my friends list. Too many people ransack your depots or are just weirdos looking to hook up or whatever. Let me check the comments here. Okay. I don't know where Yoda is. I already told you that. I never heard from him. I think he died. He was there. He said he was going on vacation for a week or two, and then he just never was heard from again. By anybody. He never even was active on his Discord or anything. So, I don't know. Okay. So, on this side, I'm trying to figure out what I wanted to... Well, I haven't figured out what to put there. But trying to figure out what I want to do on this side. I kind of cleaned up some of the houses, moved some of them over there. I was able to shift the services around to where we've got coverage pretty much from here, about here. Now, this area, I haven't decided what to do. Let's see. I think what we're going to do, first off, let's do that so I can bulldoze parts of this road. I don't know why I ever upgraded these roads, to be honest with you. I shouldn't have. I don't know what I was thinking. Hey, what's up? Okay, so where's Lo? Is he even on here? I mean, he should be. He's always on here. He's more religiously a part of my stream than I am. Fuck, I missed one beat and he's like, hey, you were supposed to stream today. Where are you at? I'm like, what? I said that? Okay, for now, that's what's going to go there. Just for the time being. Honestly, I like this thing, but I don't like it. Does that make sense? Like, it just seems so weirdly weird. I don't know. It's large for how kind of odd it is. I could see it having a place that would look decent if it was maybe a little bit smaller, but it just seems so out of place. Let's try something else real quick. Yeah, I do. If you type in MissyAnne, well, you don't even have to do the YT part. Just type in MissyAnne. Most of the people watching right now are from YouTube. We also are on Facebook. We have a group on Facebook. So right now I have the stream set up to go to Twitch, Facebook, and YouTube. So the couple people that are on Twitch, if you want to follow me on YouTube, if you type in MissyAnne, you should see my photo there. Or you can type in like MissyanneTTVYT SimCity, and it should pop right up. Okay. Let's see. What do we got here? You know, I haven't decided entirely where to put this one. Yeah, I think we're going to hold off on that. So I'm trying to decide if I should do the same general kind of landscapey layout. You know what I mean? Like go with the trees and the water, or if I should. This side, I know I'm going to be doing something. I want to do something really cool on this side. That's what I know. Okay. This is going to be like the heart and soul of this map. I'm thinking I wanted to. You know what we could do? Let's try islands. Let's try that. Okay. How much does low charge? To do that, what's his going rate? Low reminds me of that the lawyer out of Breaking Bad, Better Call Saul. No, I'm just messing with you. It's just funny. I wake up and he's like, "Hey, you're supposed to be streaming today." I'm like, "Really?" I missed one day. It was funny. And you're not the only one, actually. A couple people were like, "Hey, where are you at? You were supposed to be here." I'm like, "Damn, dude, I've never had anybody be waiting on me before. I just kind of do whatever, whenever." It's funny because, like, in the game world, I'm so, like, structured and, on top of shit. But in real life, I'm like, nope. Nope, nope. Totally sporadic, doing whatever. Could end up in Cambodia next week. Wouldn't even know it. Okay, so I think what we're going to do is starting up here, for one. I'm trying to make a little island up here at the top. So a lot of people have trouble either getting that main idea going or getting started. And honestly, that was the hardest part for me too, until I learned just to do it. Does that make sense? Like, it almost seems overwhelming when you're like, oh my God, you're looking at it going, where do I even begin? Right? Well, first you got to move shit to get it out the way. That's the start. Well, actually, first you got to come up with an idea of what you want. And don't look at your map in the sense of where stuff already is. Look at your map as if it's blank. Think about what you want to do with it based on there's nothing there. Oh, would you like rants? I've got rants, okay? I've got rants out the ass about all kinds of shit. I should do a rant channel. Okay, let's see. I've got rants about you, actually, to be exact. You're famous for driving me nuts. He's not allowed to join my group anymore unless he has a defibrillator. Okay, let's see. Oh, fuck you, little punk. God. No, but really, though, that's awesome. Because, it's funny when you have an audience and I don't interact with you guys normally. Normally, for the longest time, I would record a video, and then I would upload it, and then I would go based off of the feedback you get. And I think a lot of the listeners don't realize what it's like for a YouTuber. We depend on your guys' feedback, right? Because we don't have an audience. It's not like you're standing on a stage and you can hear when people are laughing or not. You know what I mean? So you're just kind of there doing your thing going, I don't know if I'm pissing people off. I don't know if a majority of people are like digging it. You know what I mean? And then people say, oh, fuck them, just be yourself. Well, yeah, but you know what I mean? Like, you can, to some extent, you still need to know what people like. I mean, nobody cares. Whoop-de-doo. You be yourself and have nobody watching you. Whoop-de-doo. Now you're just yourself by yourself. You know what I mean? So people depend on... I had one guy hit me up, and he was like... Actually, he was really cool. He's in our group now. But he sent me this long-ass message. He's from, like, Hollywood or whatever. He went to Juilliard, and he was talking about he wanted to know if I scripted my videos. And I'm like, no. And he goes, you're telling me that's all off the top of your head? I'm like, yeah. I mean, it's just what I thought I should do, you know? One time I did do, like if I do some tips videos, I'll write down the tips. But for the most part, they're all just completely off the top of my head. I'm not very good with a script, I guess. Okay, let's see. I'm going to put the uglier ones in the back here. That one's... Do what now? So, okay. For example, the reason that I did that on this map, you're talking about when people put the road around the map. Is that what you're asking? So I'm a fan of facing everything at me, right? And with these particular maps on the regionals, you have to have the road connected to this main bridge. So let's say that, like what you're saying, if I was to go like this and proceed on and not put the outer edge, then I would have to face everything. What the hell did that just go out for? Oftentimes what happens is I end up having to face everything a certain direction. And it ends up being a pain in the ass. Now, normally, I started off doing that just to see what I had unlocked when I was unlocking the land, and then I just never fixed it. But yes, you are correct. Sometimes what I'll do is I'll bulldoze pieces like, for example, when it's up front like this, and you can do it, for example, like this being up against the edge here. I have to look at the back side of all these houses because the road is on the back side. So if I want to see the front of these houses, I either have to draw the road on the outer edge or put them up here, which sucks. I wish you could turn it any direction based off wherever the road was, but you can't. So usually what I try to do is I try to put the roads like over here. You know, sometimes what'll happen is, and I don't know if this happens to everybody, but I've noticed on my game, sometimes what'll happen is you'll go to put like a bridge or a building on the edge of your map like this, and it like doesn't work. It's so annoying. It's like the game doesn't register it as part of the map. On my capital map, when you first come into the entrance, I've never been able to place a bridge there. Doesn't matter what kind it is. It's super frustrating. So I said, fuck it and put a road there. But usually I would think that people do that just out of maybe habit or something. I don't know. See, for me on this one, I just did from here to there to make a connection. Other than that, I just did those little pieces, which I blocked off. But yeah, you're right. Most of the time it is a waste of space to circle around the buildings. Okay, so in this case, I'm not actually keeping that there. I'm just islanding it off for the time being. All right, where am I going with... Trying to figure out where I want the islands to be. Normally when I do an island, I try to... Here, let me bulldoze some of this stuff here. Shut up, Shang. Don't worry, you'll have your glory moment. This kid. Do you have parents? I need to have a talk with your parents. Parental advisory. Feel like he's not allowed to watch me. I have a potty mouth. Okay, so I think... Where did I put... Trying to determine if I wanted to go... I was kind of thinking I wanted to do like a river between the two and connect them, but as you can see, actually this one, they went straight across. I'm wondering. I don't like how I have to have... Well, I kind of had to. You should hear some of the words I've come up with. crazy. Okay. I don't like the services that I have to have here at all. And so I've been trying to kind of figure out how to not see them. And I thought about maybe trying to think about how I can island this stuff off here. What I might do is knock this road out completely. And then we'll go with... Wait. Put that there for a second. I don't know if you're capable of not being annoying. Okay. Let's see. Trying to get a better idea of what's going on here. That's the other thing, you guys. When you're designing, don't worry about the happiness. It's not worth the headache to have to deal with that on top of everything. Just worry about what you're doing here. Okay, this is going to be an epic at one point. Okay. Trying to decide if I wanted to leave. I'm kind of thinking I might leave the epics along the back here, the back wall. Dropped what player? Who what? What player did I drop today? What are you talking about? I don't recall dropping any player. Shang? Ah! Oh my god. Shang is like the annoying little kid that won't go away. He'll be back. He's always back. Crazy guy who joined. Crazy guy. What crazy guy? You must be in my group. Who are you? That must have been yesterday. It's morning for me now. Oh, I think I know who you're talking about. Yeah. Okay. The total nut job that joined in last night. Oh, okay. It is Danny. Yeah, I was just talking about you. I thought it might be you because of the name, 5-0. I was like, what the hell? Okay, yes, that guy was nuts. What the hell was wrong with him? I'm supposed to be calling you. I don't know what... You're what, 3 hours ahead of me? There was more than me. Listen to him. Like we're cheating on him or something. Oh my god, there was a crazy person that was annoying Missy and it wasn't me. Uh-oh, stand back. Shang's jealous. Yes, there was more than you, Shang. 10k in war points? I could if I wanted to, but no. Okay. I'm thinking what I might do. I need water. I didn't think about that. Where am I going to get all this water from? Whoops. Better go hunt some water. Okay. You know what we could do? Yeah, take Shang. Please take Shang. Let him come with you. I'll pay you. What you want? Let's put this here for a moment. Okay, so right now what I'm thinking is either put water in between the houses and do an island like in a circle, like this, or do little islands of houses. So like 4 houses here and then island them off, and then like 3 here and then island them off. But actually, I wonder, let me try something. I don't know if it'll look any good, but we're going to try. Oh my god, that's so annoying. Put this road here for a minute. You guys, oh my god, I thought I was going to have a stroke yesterday. Guess what came back to my house? The flies. They're back. I cannot stand flies. And you know what? I ordered some stuff off Amazon. Those fuckers are done. Done. I hung like 6 fly strips around my house, and I went out this morning and I saw like 2 of them stuck to it and they were still moving. I'm like, yeah, you're going to sit there and you're going to die. It's going to take days of you sitting there stuck, bastards. I don't know where that came from, but I was just thinking about how ridiculous those things are. And disrespectful, no less. Sit down to go to sleep and they're like, bzzz. Fucking so annoying. And then there's Shang. Go to sleep, wake up, see Shang in my chat. I'm just like, oh my god, this living nightmare. Okay, why is this wall not working here? It's not doing what I want it to do. Why is it not doing what I want it to do? I don't like how much room you have to leave between them. I know that. Oh yeah, that looks just great. What the fuck? What do you mean? Which one's the inside? Is this the inside? This looks like more like the inside than the outside. It's hard to tell because it looks like those are windows. Is that what those are? Oh, wait. Where's the... I know this is the outside of this, but... Nope, wrong way, you stupid wall. Okay, hold on here. There we go. Now, why won't it let me do that but put it back further? That's annoying. Like that. Okay. Please tell me everything you did to make him block you. I must know your secrets. Okay, I gotta move that house, I think. I think you scared him. He thought you were some kind of killer. I tell him all the stories about all the psychopaths and weirdos that are out there, and he's like, oh my god. It's like crazy bedtime stories or something. Then here comes you, and you're like, how old are you? And he's like, ah! There's a weirdo after me! Block! That's exactly what happened. He's like, why is this weirdo asking me how old I am? What a weirdo! Like, I don't know. Sleep with one eye open, little boy. I know I'm mean. You guys should have heard what I did to my cousins when they were little. I told them a bedtime story. Whoops. They didn't sleep for years. My uncle was pissed. He's like, what did you do? They're scared of snowmen. I'm like, whoops. They were annoying me. They kept waking me up. That's what happened. Okay. I don't know if I like this or not. Oh, we'll see what it ends up looking like. Where did I put... I don't think there's a way to... I hate how you have to have 4 of them for the services. Super annoying. Yeah, when I was little, I wasn't a big fan of scary movies, but my cousins were, I don't know, like 4 or 5 at the time, maybe 4. They were being little shitheads. They wouldn't clean their room. And we were all, home and kicking it, and they were just being little shitheads. And I'm like, okay, well, if you don't clean your room, the snowman's going to come in there and he's going to eat all your toys. And they're like, what? What snowman? And I'm like, you just don't see him. And then my cousin, my oldest cousin, he got in on it, and he's like, "Yep, you better be careful. If you don't clean your toys, the snowman's going to come eat all your toys." And they're like, "What?" They were so intrigued. And then he's a little asshole. He waits for them to go get all tucked in bed, and the next thing you know, I hear him just screaming. You hear like these little footsteps running down the hall, 90 miles an hour. I'm like, "What?" And they're like, "The snowman was outside our room." I'm like, "What are you talking about?" And my oldest cousin's just there busting up laughing. I'm like, "What did you do?" And he put his hand down the wall like he was scratching it, and they thought it was the snowman's arms scratching the wall. They were terrified. I'm like, "You idiot." Now they're never going to sleep. For about a year, they were like, "Oh my God, they're terrified of snowmen." My uncle's like, "Why are the kids terrified of the snowmen?" I'm like, "Well, that might be partially my fault, but Jacob did most of it." He's the one that traumatized them. I just told them that they would eat their toys if they didn't pick up their toys. He went above and beyond, scared the living daylights out of him. Okay, let's see. I just told you why he blocked you. He thought you were a weirdo. You asked him how old he was, and he had heard all the stories about weirdos from me being weirdos on the internet, and he thought you were a weirdo. It's exactly what happened. In fact, I probably still have the messages of Shane going, "Who's this weirdo asking how old I am?" Scared me. Which, honestly, this day and age, it's probably for the best that you act like that. I mean, not that KF is or isn't a weirdo. I don't know. It could be a 90-year-old grandma for all I know. Okay, let's see. I mean, I doubt it, but you never know. I don't know if I'm liking this wall thing I got going here, but you know what? We're going to go with it for now. I know I don't like how the pieces connect. I got booted from Facebook too. What'd you do? I called somebody a bitch. A nasty one, to be exact. And she was. She deserved it. She's disgusting. It was one of those dark humor groups. And I got banned. And I'm like, really? I get banned? What about the content that was posted? No, I know you're not a 90-year-old grandma. I'm just saying, you never know who's behind the keyboard is what I'm saying. Okay. I don't have room for all these flipping houses. And, of course, I'm out of wall pieces here. Okay, let's see. There is a lot of creeps in this world, I'm not going to lie. And what's even more freaky is how much you can know about somebody and you don't even realize it. So many people have no fucking clue how quick it is to figure out where they live. I surprise people every day. They're like, "Wait, what?" I'm like, "I'm serious. Give me your name and I'll show you." And then they're like, "Oh my God, that's so invasive." It's like it's public record. I mean, the laws kind of have to be that way for a reason. How else are you going to get pizza delivered to your house and Google Maps and all these other, features? But yeah, it is kind of freaky if you have somebody that, wants to kind of, kill you. Wouldn't be hard to find you. Get one of those people search apps. You'd be surprised what those things pop up. I remember my grandma was like saying something about, weirdos and how she keeps everything private. Nobody would know anything about her. And I'm like, yeah, no. I'm like, Grandma, you have no clue. And all I did was type in her name, and I came back like 2 minutes later with 19 pages of shit on her. And she's like, oh my God. I'm like, I told you. I even had her signature from her marriage certificate pulled right up in 5 minutes. Where did you get this? Like, it's public record, Grandma. You've been living in the dark ages. Do a basic people search on yourself, see what happens. You'd be like, oh my God, and any weirdo can find you. Okay. Let's see. I need one more of the... I can't remember if I bought 2 more of the things. How much are these stupid things anyway? Are they cash or are they... of course they're those. Why wouldn't they be? Can't remember if I bought more. Shang, I don't know what you're talking about with the boats. You said you can't face the boats your direction. Is that what you said? Like this? Like face at you? I don't care who joins your club. I mean, if you blow my chat up, it might be annoying, but I don't care. You might have better luck if you post to a Facebook group or whatever. I'm trying to decide if I should leave an opening on each side of the wall. Hang on, let's see. Why would I care if people join your group? You're running a war group, right? Hang on, where the hell is the... Hang on just a second here. Let me read that comment. Where did my button go? There it is. What do you mean? What we're trying to do with what? You talking to me or are you talking to him? I wonder if... Hang on. Damn it. It's not doing what I want it to. Why are the walls the other direction on that wall? Did I really put these all backwards? Oh my God. I did. Fuck. How did I do that? I blame Shang for this. Actually, I might leave the opening there. Let's do this. Go here. We're supposed to have Chinese walls coming out soon, so I'm kind of like... I kind of wish they would have done something with the drawbridge, you know? I only have 2 of these stupid things left. Okay, that's just going to have to go undone for now. Till I can get enough money for more. Click the chat button, stupid thing. Night? What do you mean night? Isn't it like... Oh, it's 3 a.m. for you. Damn. Okay, I see. Damien, what does your question mean? What do you mean? You know, I'm kind of trying to... I wish they would put out some... You know the Delta, how they have the... It kind of looks like the water goes up to the main road or whatever. I wish they would do more stuff like that. Maybe put out some fountains. Some better mountain stuff would be really cool. They've been really lacking. They haven't put out like mountain stuff in a long time. And I mean decent stuff, like new stuff. Why won't it let me click on that? It's driving me nuts. It won't let me click on anything. What the hell? Okay. Oh, must be a glitch. Alright, so I've got this wall. I'm going to end up finishing probably, let's see. What I might do is just end it like, hang on. Here, like this. And then put another one like that, and do it on each side and have this part open. That's what I might do. Let me see what it would look like with water flowing through it. Hang on. Let me read your comment here. Yeah. I'm not a big fan of the Frosty map, personally. I like the snowy aspect, but I hate the shape of it. The shape makes it just a nightmare to have to try to design. I think what I might do... I'm trying to figure out where to open this up at here. Might shorten it 1 notch. Okay. Now, I really like this map just because of the whole, everything about this map is awesome. The one thing I don't like, though, is how they did the beach on this, and then this, and then this. You know, they alternated it. It would have been cool if they would have done it on each side or just one side. Trying to think if I should do... I really like this particular Epic. I just don't know where I want to put it yet. I got to figure out how to get these services over. And I think what I might do is, let's see, let's go with this. I wonder if I can get that to... Great, I'm getting allergies again. What the fuck? Maybe I'm allergic to a certain time of day. Okay. Might be easier to deal with now. Let's go with... Gotta knock that down. Sorry, you guys, I haven't been watching the comments. So if you're talking to me, I apologize. I'm not listening. I'm focused on something right now. Okay. You know, what I might do is just put one more wall piece each and then one more of these each on the side and just have this opened up because I got to get the services out. Dude, I can't breathe. What the fuck? Hang on. Give me a second. You're not going to believe what my dumbass just did. You know those allergy nose sprays? Yeah, it kind of helps if you put it in your nose before you spray it. I shot that stuff right in my left eyeball. Oh my god, dude. Like, literally, it couldn't have looked more stupid. I literally grabbed the nasal spray and sprayed it right into my left eye. Unreal. Good thing I haven't done my makeup yet, or I would have had mascara running into my eye with nasal spray. Oh my god. Anyways, you guys should have seen what I did one time. When I was like 15, I used to have one of those flip phones from like Verizon. And I used to keep it like on the front of my pants, right? Dude, I'm not kidding you. I dropped it in the toilet, right? It had pee all over it. So I grab it out of the toilet, and what does my dumb ass do? I turn the sink on, and I'm rinsing the phone off. Yeah, I did that. Yep. Surprisingly, the damn thing actually worked afterwards, too. You know, these roads look like shit. Oh, shut up, Shang. You want... Dude, I watch the most bizarre stuff. Like, I watch a lot of true crime stuff. And the stuff that I see on the TV is insane. I'll be sitting there eating dinner, watching about murder, and everybody in my house, like, how do you eat and watch TV like this? And I'm like, dude, I don't know. I got a strong stomach, I guess. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, it wasn't Flonase, though. It's some cheap ass dollar store stuff. Like severe congestion, like with this high density alcohol stuff. It burned like son of a bitch. They didn't give us anything good in here. Bastards. Why don't they start giving us more walls and stuff? Okay. So I think what I'm going to do is put... I think that's kind of a older generation thing to say it's rude to ask somebody's age. I don't know. Were you asking how old I was? Or were you just saying in general? I'm old as hell. Older than dirt. They should do some kind of a candle stuff that you can like place down, like little candle lights that, you know, to do walkways or something. That would be kind of cool. Or like the kind of like the floating lantern aspect, but with something else. How much are these? 12? Damn. Okay. I mean, I'm 31. Okay, this empty spot's bugging me. Which picture is that? I was like 27 in that picture, I think. The one that's on my stream right now. Okay, let's see. What is this and why is it here? I don't need this here. Okay. I need to get the services out. Just got to figure out what kind of bridge. Are they really going to make me... Let's see. Better question is, where am I bringing that road to? Behave. Okay. Where I think what I might do is do an island right here at the front. I'm going to work on the front area first, I think. How far can I go with the fire? Health. Okay, so regional I cannot. That really sucks. Hang on a minute. Damn it. See, I hate these fucking things. That's what sucks about using services like this. Hang on. I remember that show. Oh, you were asking? Okay, I guess we're not getting houses up here. I don't have kids, thank God. I spent enough time raising everybody else's kids. I have cousins, though. My aunt passed away in 2013, left behind 4 kids, so I stay there and help with them. That's the kids you see in the picture. Okay, let's see. Dude, I love true crime stuff. I was watching, there's this new one that well, it's not really new, I guess. I started watching it the other day. Fatal Vows, that's a good one. And then there's one, what is it called? Nightmare Next Door was one of them, but that's not what it's called. Then there's Disappeared. It might be Nightmare Next Door. I can't remember. But anyways, one of them was really brutal. And one of the girls is actually on my Facebook. She's famous now because she introduced something called Karen's Law, where victims don't have to... Wait. So let's say that somebody attacks you or whatever, and they go to prison, and then they get put on like parole or whatever. Like they go see the parole board. The victim has to do a victim impact statement, and then they have to go through every time that person goes into the parole board or whatever, they have to go back and they have to, give their statement. And it was like every so many years, and so the Karen's Law was introduced to make it to where victims don't have to do it as often or something, and that way they don't have to relive that horrible moment over and over and over. But her story was brutal, like brutal. She was dating some dude, and he was obsessed with her. And she was at home one day, and he kept showing up at her house. And her mom had just left for work. Her grandma lives about 3 doors down. And he came in, and he put her in a weird dress or whatever after, but he stabbed her, I think 11 times or something. And somehow she lives, okay? Don't ask me how. But anyways, he stabbed her, he rapes her, puts her in a dress, and then she plays dead, and he leaves. Then she manages to stumble 3 doors down to her grandparents' house and collapse into the kitchen area where she's literally got like 11 stab wounds or something like that. And her grandpa was in the world, in one of the Army, military. I can't remember if he was Marine or whatever. And so he started putting pressure on her wounds. They got her to the hospital. She somehow, I don't know how she lived, but when she retells the story, it's pretty horrific, dude. She's talking about how she could hear the knife hitting the ground, the floor in the house it was bad. Anyway, I reached out to her on Facebook, and she sent me a friend's request and stuff, and she's pretty cool, actually. But she's been through some shit, let me tell you. But now she goes around talking about like being an advocate for people that have ex-boyfriends that stalk them, and that's what nope, that wasn't it. There's another one called Stalked. That's a really good one too. But I used to watch a lot of like Criminal Minds and things like that, and then I moved up to the true crime stuff. Some of that shit is just crazy. And then you think, oh, it won't happen to me, or this shit never happens. And then you start looking into the statistics, and it's just wild how many fucking people go missing or get killed or raped or whatever. And we brush it under the rug like, oh, no big deal. Don't want to hear about it, That shit's always annoyed me when people are like, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. It's like, dude, somebody's got to hear it, Somebody's got to fucking stand up and do something, say something. That's kind of why I started the crime page for Marysville. Wasn't really for, petty crimes. It's more for people, you know how I always look into the bigger picture with things? There was one incident that changed my whole way of thinking. I used to think, you know what? Why call the cops over petty shit, right? You know, they have better things to do, right? And so I started really thinking about it. And there were certain things that I thought, why even bother, you know? So I'm watching one of the true crime things, and this was a case back in the 70s before we had DNA the way that it was. And it changed my whole outlook on reporting stuff to police. And it was a story. Okay, so I'm just telling to you guys pretty brief. There was a little girl. She was riding her bike. She was about 7 years old. And she was found in the park in front of her house. She had been beaten, raped, and just left there right next to her bike. Now, this is a 7-year-old girl, okay? Back in the 70s, when there wasn't a bunch of surveillance, DNA wasn't, what it is today. And so for 30 some odd years, the case went basically cold, right? And so, like a lot of cold cases, they pull the files out when DNA became more prevalent in what it is today. And cold case detectives review it. They go through, they interview people, whatever. They went back to that case file. They submitted, there was DNA there. They submitted the DNA profile, but they couldn't find him in CODIS, which is the national database for DNA. However, they went back and they looked with fresh eyes and they saw that there was a 911 call 3 days before, about 3 blocks over. Some lady had called in a suspicious van. The guy was just sitting in this van. And she felt that it was just suspicious, so she called it in. Something that you would think nothing of. That you would just think, oh, why bother wasting their time? And so the police officer was like, well, this is about all I got to go on. So he looked up the owner of that van, and he was able to get his DNA through some kind of a family website or whatever, and turns out that the DNA matches the DNA that they found on the girl. That changed my whole outlook on reporting stuff, because what I realized was, wait a minute here. It's not this crime that is what they're looking for, right? So when cops, they do field interviews. When they pull you over for a basic traffic stop and they're asking, where are you going, what you doing, do you think they really care what you're doing? Like, honestly. You think that they're just trying to make small talk and they just really care about where you're going? No. They're conducting a field interview. They're going to put that in their report when they leave. And that way, they know little things about you in the future. For example, one guy, the only reason he got caught killing his girlfriend's ex-boyfriend was because of a traffic stop in another state. He had mentioned that he was going to that state to the trooper. If he never would have mentioned that in his report, they would have never known that he was even there. And he had a friend do the rental car. So there was no record of him being there unless, if he wouldn't have gotten pulled over and said that he was going to New York, they never would have figured it out. But because of that one traffic stop and that one statement, they were able to put together a whole timeline of his whereabouts and realize, hey, this is a bigger issue than you realize. And like a lot of people, what they don't realize is saying that you aren't somewhere can be just as bad as saying that you are somewhere. If you say, nope, wasn't me, wasn't there, and then they're like, okay, well, if you weren't there, why is your DNA in the house? Why is your fingerprints on the cup? Why is this? Now all of a sudden you've got to explain why it looks like you were in their house, but you just said you weren't in their house. And that is why lawyers tell you not to say anything. You're better not saying anything than saying if you were or weren't there. Because either way, you can really hang yourself. You know what I mean? But anyways, my whole point is people say things like, oh, don't call the cops for petty shit. And what they don't realize is really you just want you just want to know who it is. When we had a guy, my uncle had heard a stick break. And I'm like, really? And we live in front of a freeway. And I'm like, what the hell? There shouldn't be anything breaking sticks that, like, snap, you know? Anyway, long story short, I start yelling back there. I'm like, what the hell? You know? Who the fuck's back there? This isn't an area where you would post up camp. This 6'3" dude emerges out of the bushes and starts taking off down the freeway. So I'm chasing after this dude. My uncle's, he's decided he's going to call the cops. I'm pissed off, so I'm chasing this guy. And the bigger question is being able to, or the bigger mission is being able to identify this person. If anything happens in the future, you want to know who that bastard is that's sitting in front of your house watching your kid's bedroom window, right? So the cops come out and they get an ID on him. He has a scorpion tattooed to his face, and he was on Washington's Most Wanted for failure to register as a sex offender because he had raped a 9-year-old girl, and there was something else that he was wanted for back in Elma, Washington is where it was. Anyways, I went back into his camp, and he had built this room where he had built a roof, and he was straight up, I shit you not, he was watching my cousin's bedroom window. Now, I go to my cousin's, and I'm trying to see, you know, like what's going on and stuff, and she goes, and I quote, her exact words were, "I don't like how he watches us in our room at night." I'm like, what? You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck do you mean? That's when I went out and I bought a 9mm, and I've carried a gun ever since. So yeah, there's a lot of creeps, let me tell you. And the worst thing is to not be able to identify them or have a clue who they are. The littlest report on something can make all the difference later. You know? A lot of people think, oh, it's probably nothing, and then it's something, and then nobody knows. Or they don't pay attention to plate numbers or whatever. Being vigilant and taking down information, well, it makes a huge difference. It really does. I've seen a lot of just crazy shit running a crime page, especially. Okay. I don't like how these roads aren't connecting. Like, it's driving me nuts. What the hell? See what I'm saying? I really didn't want to have to draw it out like this. What the fuck? Like, I really did not want to have to draw. Oh my god. You know, a lot of this stuff that I come across isn't really something you would want on YouTube. Why is it... Hold on. Maybe it's... kicking indoors and shit. Oh, that'd just be great. My lawyer would love that. The fuck were you thinking, Missy? I don't know why this one's just not working with me here. Normally it conforms better than that. I don't know what's going on. I did, back when I had my assault case. I haven't needed a lawyer in a long time, though. It's been a while. Almost all my charges are for assault. Let's see. Well, honestly, a lot of the cops now, over the years, I've gotten to know them, you know, from back when I was a kid and when I was, like 18 and homeless. A lot of them are still on the force from then. But now that I run the crime page, I contact them quite a bit just from just community events, not even crime. Just, I sponsored 2 families for Christmas this year that had, kids and stuff. And so they did like a food bank thing out here. But the cops in Marysville and Lake Stevens are actually pretty decent compared to the cops like in the Linwood area and stuff. I don't mess with them fuckers. There's good and bad cops, you know what I mean? Just like there's good and bad people. I know that's a touchy subject and stuff, but whatever. Okay, I think I'm trying to decide if I want to go around this thing with the water or if I even like this wall. Where's that castle at? Like what? Just trying a couple of things out here. Because I need to get this to... No, I don't like that. Let's try... I might change out this bridge later. I'm just doing this one because I have the most pieces for this. Okay, where... It's 1, 2... Then draw this up, I think. Okay. Now, that's going to have to go somewhere. This. I need to go pick up some water from another map. Stop spinning my keys. Okay. Now, these are not staying here because these are ugly. I think we're going to go with probably... This one's ugly as hell. I need to put that in the back. I do not like that one at all. Okay. Is that there? And then... My what? My Charizard? Is that what I just saw? Which one? The Gold Star? You're funny. You know how many offers I've had on that damn thing? My highest offer is like $700. I'm like, nope, not gonna happen. It's gonna be a while before I sell that. You know where I found that thing? Found that at a yard sale. Guy didn't know what he had. I didn't know what he had. I just knew it was I actually didn't even know it was a Charizard. What happened was I stopped at a yard sale, and this guy had just opened up his garage because his neighbors were having a yard sale. Well, if it was PSA graded, it would be worth a lot more. Right now, it's not graded. One at a PSA grade 10 went for about $8,500, but mine's definitely not a 10. So this guy had a Ziploc full of, well, it probably had like maybe 20 cards in it. And I was flipping through it, and I saw the Gold Star Charizard, and I didn't even know what it was at first. I'm like, wonder if this is worth anything. And I looked it up, and I was like, damn, what the hell? Mine's probably like a 7 or 8. Charizard, it's a Pokemon card. Rob me? Rob me? Really? On YouTube? Nobody even knows where I'm at. Plus, it's not like I have it on me. And you do realize I carry a lot of weapons, right? A lot of weapons. I carry two, three. I can't tell you how many guns I have on me, but I got a lot of guns on me. Tasers and pepper sprays and knives, and I don't leave the house without a lot of shit on me. Not in this town. Hell no. Okay. Let's see. I know better than to leave the house without protection here. Fuck that. Okay. What to put... Lipstick taser, yeah. Those things are so garbage. I have one of the flashlight tasers from Amazon. Those things actually hurt. Another good one is if you carry like a wasp spray or bear mace or whatever, that shit shoots like fucking 60 feet. Fuck. Trying to decide which one. I think we'll go with this one here. No, I don't want to block off that really badass epic. I like this one. Is that... Hold on, let me check to make sure it's facing the right way here. I have a 22. Look it up. It's a... What is it called? It's a Taurus 22. It's like purple. I can't remember what it's called. I have to look. Hang on. But it opens. It's really cool. It opens through the top. When you want to load it, it's for like girls that like maybe elderly women that have a hard time, loading the gun. So it's got this really cool feature that you push the button forward and it pops the chamber up, and you put the bullet inside of it. It's really cool. Oh, it's a PT-22. That's what it is. Look it up. It's badass. Then I've got a Sky 9mm pink pistol. But I'm pretty well known in Marysville, honestly. Like, everybody knows me here. They're like, it's the girl with the pink gun. Okay, let's see. Why? That's connected to there. Oh, okay, I see. That's why it's still bitching at me. Do this for the time being. Okay. Trying to decide if I should put a park here. I might do more water. Let's go. We're going to have to go find more water. Are you timing your epic? I'm going to be doing a timed epic hopefully in the next couple of days, depending on how long it takes me to prep for it. Because I have every single item in the game unlocked, and I want to beat my 14-minute time, it's going to be kind of challenging if I don't have all the regional items that I need. And as you can see right now, I have way too many war items and not enough regional. And I'm kind of hoping, I wanted to wait until this Christmas shop was done, because I really don't like that, having to use those items on top of it. So once this Christmas shop goes away and I prep my regionals, I'm going to be doing a timed epic here. I just got to make some more regional items. But yeah, I mean, a lot of you guys have been hitting your gold epics in 20 minutes, which is awesome. Did I seriously just upgrade that? Damn it. I've been doing that a lot lately. It like automatically goes to the upgrade button. It drives me nuts. Okay. Let's grab a couple of things here. I wish they'd put out a little bit more landscape stuff. Maybe some of the pink trees and the other trees that they had out. Some boats that actually drive around would be cool. There's all kinds of stuff they could actually do that would be really cool. I tried doing some other city builders over the weekend. Honestly, I didn't find anything worthwhile. I might try again, but two of them were like just like the same. They were like the same damn thing, but they were two totally different games with the same general concept. Hang on, I gotta grab my charger. Hold on. Okay. I don't know if I brought the walkthrough city yet or not. Hang on. Also, you guys, when I use this app, a lot of you guys have been saying that, like, it says I'm live when I'm not live. It's just the app glitching up. So if you see that happen, that's why. And there's no way for me to fix it. Otherwise I would. But as soon as we hit 1,000 subs, I can stream straight to YouTube. So anybody here that hasn't hit that subscribe button, we are really, really, really close. And yeah, I won't have to deal with this stupid omelet app anymore. This thing sucks. Hi, Shang. Are you back? Did you even leave? I see you. You're an only child, huh? Alright, let's go find more water. I don't know where I put all the water I had. I bought a ton of it. Where the hell did it all go? There's one pond. Whoop-de-doo. How many? Let's see. I got 23, 5. Grab a few more of these. Pretty sure he's from... Where is he from? He's from some crazy-ass town. With a lot of crime. I can't remember what it is, though. Chicago, I think? I think that's where he's from, Chicago. You know, I've left the States a couple of times, and let me tell you, ain't doing that again. I've been to Colorado a few times. Nope, not doing that again. I figured out real quick that I really like Washington, and I'm never leaving. Surprisingly, I hate heat. Like anything, more than 70 is just miserable for me. I love rain, so there's that. And I've lived in Marysville off and on my entire life, so I get very homesick really quick. Nope, ain't going to Cali. I was born in Oregon, but I've pretty much been in Washington ever since, so no, I ain't leaving. I like Marysville, and I'm never leaving it. I got everything I need right here. That was totally a Grinch quote. Okay. Yeah, you know, I'd go broke in Vegas too. Has anybody here ever heard of the Tulalip Casino? A lot of people travel all over the world to come to that casino. I live right next to that casino. And they just built they have the little casino. They just built a bigger little casino here. Yeah, I even got props from the cops on how well I can hunt people. They're like, damn, girl, you know what you're doing. It was funny because they were looking for somebody and I was looking for that same somebody. And I was like, I think I found this somebody. They're like, damn, girl, you're better than we are. We got information you don't have. I'm like, but do you? People aren't hard to find at all. People are creatures of habit. Okay. Let's see. I really hate picking up water. You have no idea. I really didn't want to actually have to put a bunch of ponds down over there. Can't remember if I have stuff on my Frosty map or not. We're going to have to go over there and find out. You know, at one point I had like 200 ponds. I have no clue where I placed them all, but they're out there somewhere. Okay, let's go to the other map here. Trying to grab a few things that I don't have in storage so I don't have to buy them. Okay. Frosty map it is. Alright, I've got the walkthrough city open here on my other phone. We are just about to hit level 20 on that city. And I am way over the limit for storage. Why am I way over my limit? What am I carrying here? I've got way too much stuff. Okay. I need 3 bars, 4 cams to upgrade on the walkthrough city. I gave CPT all my storage the other day, so we're a little low on storage. Give me a second here. So we did this. We had done the, what is that? I think we'll take that out and replace it with the Christmas building that we have. don't see any extra water really. You know, oh my God, Shang, I know you're there. What do you want? You say hi every 2 minutes. What do you want? Okay, let's see. Where should I... You know what I could do? Put that there for a second. No. Maybe. Let's try this. As you can see, I get distracted very easily. Where's that one holiday store that we just got? Is it in entertainment? Parks? What the fuck's it in? There's no way it's a park. How is that a park? It's a damn store. How is that a park? I'm gonna have to make room for it. Okay. Is that large enough? It's hard to tell. Damn it. Jesus, that thing's huge. Okay. I do know about Minecraft. I own it too. I just never play it. I've never actually played it more than like 5 minutes. I always thought, like, I've seen some really badass stuff that people build, honestly. And I'm just like, wow, that's fucking nuts. But to me, the game just looks like shit. You know what I mean? Like all the blocks. I get that that's what it's supposed to be like. I guess it's just something you either love or hate, you know? Okay, let's see. Should I put it there? I might do that. And then put this here. Right on. You know, I was looking at the event buildings here. I want this one. I know I want that one. But this one, I don't know. Not sure if I want that one or not. It's kind of hard to tell from the picture. Okay, let's see. Where's my water? Actually, what I might do is ponds, since I'm going to try to keep the lakes for other stuff. Okay. I think we're going to do that for now. And then, because you can't really see this, I think, for the time being, we're just going to put trees back here. Oh. Whoops. I thought that was an empty space. Alrighty then. Okay. Holy fuck, it's hot in here. Hang on, I see a battery on Global on the walkthrough city. I gotta get it. Okay. You know, I really like how they did the snow on everything. It looks really cool. That's the only thing I like about this map is that the snow is all over this stuff. Stupid train. You guys hear the train? Of course you do. Okay, let's see. I wonder if I can fit this here. You know, where's that, let's put this back. This thing here. Needs to go somewhere decent. Just don't know where. Maybe right there, actually. Might have to go where I had it. For the time being. Okay. What to put there? I had the ice skating rink there, but I don't know. Just wanted to see what this looks like on the... Oh, it's not going to let me rotate it. Fuck. Figures. Will it fit back there? I don't think it'll fit back there. Nope. Okay. I'm going to leave that sit there for the time being. I am from Washington State. You know, it takes me a minute when I'm playing the game to get back to you. Not to mention, I don't get all the comments pop up on my screen. I'm not ignoring you. What the hell? You know what I might... Where's that one? Is that Yeti thing a park or is it a landscape? I think it's a park, which sucks because that means I have to have a road. Yeah. Damn it. Okay. Oh well. I don't like this road here at all. Need to block that off. And then we're going back over to the sunny map here. Geez, I missed several of these. What the hell was I doing? Make sure I didn't miss anything else. Okay. Alright. Got that taken care of. Maybe I just ran out of trees or something. I don't know what the hell I was doing over here, because this shit should have been all filled in. It's not like me to leave that stuff opened up like that. Shut up, Dora. I hate Dora. Oh my god, I hate Dora. That child was a monster. 5 a.m. Dora the Explorer. Oh my god, that was so terrible. Traumatizing. Terrible and traumatizing. All right, I'll deal with that another time. Let's go back to what I was doing. Okay, we checked there. Oh, wait, let's check this map real quick. What do you mean? Wouldn't tried any? I play a lot of other games. The hell? I've just been focused on this one. Every time I try to stream another game, everybody jumps on my shit and they're like, when are you going to be streaming SimCity? Okay. But yeah, I am going to be streaming other games. I mean, well, Realm is one of them, but that's just because I like that game. It doesn't really have a huge fan base. Then there's, I really was a big fan of Diablo growing up, but they really fucked it up. So that kind of sucks. I know why. The point is, my channel really isn't that big. Yeah, I know who he is. I'm not a big fan of his... I'm not a fan of his, content, to be honest with you. It's really bad. Not only can I not stand the guy, but... The advice that's given is so unbelievably terrible. Like, here's this person who works for EA. They're an EA game changer, okay? And they don't even understand the general concept of an epic project. He's on there telling people how hard they are and donating to one-pointers. It's like, really? No wonder the SimCity community has no clue what they're doing. Followed my advice. What do? They post in my group. They post how they're winning Mega, how they're completing epics in under 20 minutes. You think that's an accident? That you start watching my channel and you start winning? Nope. That's why I get so many people in my inbox saying, thank you, Missy. Your advice got me my first win. A lot of those people have been watching Build It with Smith or Samantha or all kinds of people that do YouTube videos. And when you really analyze their content and what they're saying, and let me tell you, bad advice spreads like wildfire. One person says it, and it spirals out of control. Next thing you know, you get people that are taking information that they really don't know anything about, and they're regurgitating it to other people. And then those people do the same thing. And the next thing you know, everybody in the world thinks that the best thing to make is